Right, my friends. Now, for the next couple of weeks, you are going to be creating lesson plans instead of just an individualized plan. And so let's talk a little bit about what infants are like. So, because you're in an infant classroom. What I'd like you to do is choose one infant that you're going to focus on. And it doesn't need to be like a focus child or anything. It's just going to be the one child that you're going to think about because infants are just so individualized and so different. All right. So I'm only asking you to do it for one. So the name of the child and the age, please. Then what I'm going to have you do is think about all the different developmental domains. Now, you've already observed those developmental domains and had created experiences, and you observed in the area of the environment. So hopefully you've gotten to know your kids pretty well that you already know some of the answers to this. So what you're going to be doing again is creating a lesson plan for the full day is what we're looking at. And I want you to make sure that you incorporate all the different developmental domains that we usually use with the WMLs, and you're going to add in there music and movement and sensory experience as well. All right. So you are now going to be planning something for the full day. And again, I'm only having you do this for one infant. So planning this week, and then next week you'll be offering the experiences. So you're going to have a week to kind of get it all prepared and set up. So, in the area of health and physical, create an opportunity or an experience that you can have your infants, or your infant rather, work on. And it can be something that has to do with fine motor. And again, fine motor has to do with those hands and grasping and manipulating things, or it could be something about gross motor. Some of your kids might be rolling over, some of your kids might be crawling or just pulling themselves up. Think about something, an opportunity that you can offer kids to practice either the fine motor or the gross motor experience. What is that experience going to be like? What are the materials that you will be needed? And then why did you choose this? Why did you choose this particular type of experience for the child that you're working with? So now moving on to the next domain, social and emotional. So thinking about, again, with infants, they're really not socializing with others, but they're still becoming very aware of themselves. So really, it's more all about me. So having them become aware of themselves. So thinking about what's something you can do to help your infant become more aware of himself, or even maybe aware of the others around him or her. What materials will you need to make this happen? And why did you choose this? And again, this could be just from things that you've gotten to know about this particular child. Then let's look at language and communication. So again, not a lot of talking is probably going on in your age group, right? But still, you know that your infant is communicating. So how is that happening? Is your child somehow letting you know? Could it be through signs, through pointing? Is it maybe that something, so that would be the communicating, the part of them actually doing expressive language, or could it be with receptive language where they're following directions and understanding what's going on? And again, this could be just you sitting down, reading a book and saying, can you find the bird? Can you point to the bird and see if the child can do those things? So create an opportunity that you're going to be working on language and communication. One opportunity, what are the materials needed? And why did you choose to do that particular experience with that particular child? Continuing on, approaches to learning. Again, how does this little guy learn? What are different things with curiosity and persistence and things like that? That's all approaches to learning. What are things that you can offer as an opportunity to offer curiosity or to offer an opportunity to work on persistence? So again, maybe it's grasping something and that child just doesn't always grasp things very well or isn't just always focused on it. What's a new way to offer that the child works on that persistency? What materials are needed? And then your whole point could be right here is that you're saying that the reason we're doing this is because you want the child to work on persistence, being persistent. And then Cognition and general knowledge. Again, understanding the world around them. And a lot of this had to do with like the math and the science and just understanding concepts and things like that around them. So, what is something, and again, this can be very, very simple for this age group that you're working with and this little munchkin that you're working this with. It's just maybe even just sorting things or matching things. Are they able to understand what you're saying to them sometimes? So again, it's depending on the age group that you're working with. This might be a little bit easier for you to do with a child who's a little bit older as well. Think of an opportunity to work on general knowledge and cognition. What are the materials that are going to be needed, and why did you choose this for this particular child? Same thing with music and movement. So we want to see some sort of a music and movement experience throughout the day, and then also a sensory experience throughout the day. Now, if you already did a music and movement up here in one of these other ones, or if you did a sensory experience, that doesn't count. You don't get to repeat it again and say, oh, I already did it in social emotional. I want you to then come up with another sensory experience or another music and movement experience. All right. You can never have enough music and movement and enough sensory opportunities with infants. So again, what is the experience that you want to offer? And again, we're not asking you to write the big, huge lesson plan or experience plan anymore. You're just writing a really little bit about it here, but I need to be able to understand what it is that's happening. So keep that in mind. What are the materials needed and why? This is the big thing that I'm going to be looking at. Why did you choose to do that with this particular child? So you're talking about one child that you're planning all of this for. Now, can you offer all of these experiences to all of the children? Why, yes, of course. And I hope that you choose to do that. But right now, for the lesson planning, you're only planning for the one child, is all I'm asking you to do. So you're going to do the planning for this week, and then next week you're going to actually offer all of these different ideas. And then after next week, I want you, like good teachers, to reflect on what it is. So comment on what the child worked on. What did this child enjoy? What did they struggle with? What are plans that you can do from here? So what you learned from here, don't just say everything went great and I'm just going to keep it going. Explain to me, what are you going to continue on with? What would you change? Did you feel you were prepared? What are your thoughts on how things went for the day? Okay, so this is your reflection after you've offered the experience. Now, you are going to be doing this exact same idea for the next couple of weeks until this course ends. So I will be giving you feedback throughout, as things go on, but hoping that this video explains what it is that I'm looking for. If you have any questions, please, please, please shoot me an email and we can talk about it virtually. All right. Good luck. Have lots of fun creating some really fun experiences for your munchkin. And then throughout the following weeks, oh, I should mention this. Throughout the weeks, it doesn't have to be the same child. Maybe then next week, you're going to choose a different child and create a lesson plan for the whole day for that particular child. If you want to use the same child and create new experiences every single week with the same child, I'm totally fine with that. Or if you want to pick a different child, you can do that as well. All right. Enjoy. Have lots of fun with this. These are your last assignments for this practicum. And boy, just have fun with it. Ta ta.